what we think is Old Army Pass up at the top of Cottonwood Lakes. What we're thinking is the climb goes up here and along this tiny ridge up to there. But it doesn't look like much of a trail. And then we're going way up.
Old Army Pass, small little trail, kind of crossed. Got Max working across right now. Oh fuck, dude.
It's loose? That's very loose.
I'm gonna try to lift this one down.
Oh, let me set my stuff down so I can bail if I have to.
Take cover.
Alright, I'm good. Can you go up left? I don't know what's around that big square one.
I'm holding the rock up right now. I don't know how heavy it is. As soon as I let go, it's falling, so. You safe?
I'm safe. Do you need help?
Not yet.
I can come up there and brace it. Shit. What's left of that square?
Danger.
That's worse? Getting up that crack's gonna be pretty tough, man. And you got overhead rocks that are probably loose right above you. Like, there's some pretty large ones right above your head.
Do you have any interest in me showing this down?
Just a rock. Let's see, that's right there's Mount Whitney. We're gonna come down by these lakes, come up over this hill along that ridge to the top.
Max, we're on top of a 14,000 foot peak. Look at the edge.
Little stream. Our campsite. Through those trees is where we were today. Tent. And tomorrow we're going to try to figure out how to get over this ridge. It's first thing in the morning. Camped at about 11,200 feet. There's Mitch up there. Camped over here. This is the lake that we were looking down upon. Now you can kind of see there's a sure path around this thing and around the backside of this. And the trail's between this hump and that mountain behind it. We're thinking if we find a way over this ridge, might be able to drop down the backside and save a considerable amount of distance. It's kind of cool here because we're right at the border of the alpine. These are some of the highest trees.
Day 3 of the SoSHR high route. So we're trying to get up into that valley right there. Just came up over from that ridge over there.
Hell of a jump. Started today on the other side of that pass out there. Next stop is this waterfall. And then today we're going up and over this pass. Jesus Christ. Let's get some water for the filter. And I'm about to try to take a shower in this guy.
We're on Crabtree. Oh, that's fucking cool. Max, we're on day 3 of the SoSHR high route. Camped down this valley, now we're hiking up it, coming up some cascading waterfalls. And on our way up to this, we got a ledge right here, so we're going to come up on the left side of the waterfall over there. It's a little less steep. Then tomorrow we're going to be climbing up to Mount Muir and Mount Whitney. See a lot of people.
And this is Sky Blue Lake. And we're going over one of these ridges. I'm not sure which one.
Okay, so I believe we just got the Sky Blue Lake right here on the map. I believe we're at that red dot right there. So we gotta go around to the right. Here's Sky Blue Lake. We're gonna go around the right side of this somewhere, staying along the water. Then we got a river inlet right there. Looks like we're going to come up towards the left. Looks like there's a few different lakes, so we got to go up left, climb over a small pass to different lakes. So round up, we're probably going to go up that direction there. And once we're up there, we'll start seeing more lakes, so we figure out where we are. Eventually, we're going up and out of this basin here.
Much, Mitch.
I'm having salami and raw dates.
Yum. I'm having salami, some mustard,
I found my knife though.
some coconut nori wraps, and then got some nut butter.
Trail
I'm
mix
still
here.
hungry. Got some trail mix, some dried mangoes, some crackers. Here's our some gummy worms maybe. And here's our lunchtime view. I guess this is the way we go.
Second from the last lake. Probably gotta climb
Where
up
we
over
came
the trail
from.
to the next one and then around that ridge.
And we're going through that gap ridge. Top of, well, we're near Crabtree Pass. We don't know how far it is up that way. We think that's Mount Langley, the 14,000 foot peak we were on yesterday. And what we did is we came down this ridge over to, see this ridge here. We dropped in the backside of that and came around up this valley. Then behind this ridge right here. Past that lake up to where we are now. What do you think, Mitch?
A lot of rocks.
A lot of rocks. Look at how some of these are stacked up here. Looks like they're ready to fall. We're at the top of Crabtree Pass. It was a bit of a pain to climb up here. Now tomorrow, we're gonna camp down by this lake. Down there. Tomorrow we're gonna climb up this field of loose rocks to this little point up here. I guess I can't see it, called Discovery Pinnacle. And it's basically just scrambling up those rocks. Pretty amazing scenery up here. Yeah, and we're definitely around 12,000 now. So.
All right, we just made it up over Crabtree Pass. We're on Crabtree Pass right now. And we got greeted with a nice upper Crabtree Lake, maybe? And the problem that we're trying to debate now is we are supposed to get to, I believe that's Discovery Pinnacle right there. And we have to go just to the right of it. So my map is showing that we're going to come from the lake down here, up and over, and then somewhere here we cut back up to that little bit more flat spot and up that way. This way looks easier, but it might just be going up like that and then coming back that way. Can't tell if it's just the angle that we're standing at right now, but that looks pretty steep right there.
And very loose. Right now we're coming down Crabtree Pass to this lake. Yeah, it looks like I might be able to camp there, hopefully. Figure out how to get over this thing tomorrow. We're thinking
I read a book once.
somewhere up here, one of these little ridges. and up one of these little ridges.
Dude, I'm thinking it's that S-shaped thing right there.
Then up that guy.
Just dive on it.
Dude, no, there's rocks.
Just dive on it.
This is nice and warm, man. You should get in.
Hold on, you can see the snow in the background if you look closely. Snowfield.
Oh, I'm gonna flip off a bit if I dive.
Just lay level on it. Lay level on it. There you go, there you go.
Oh,
push your feet down. Push your feet down. Now I'm sitting here filtering water.
Yeah, it's nice and warm. Come on. Jump in, man. Woo!
Max swimming before our giant climb tomorrow, somehow. Mount Whitney's at the top of that. We are at Upper Crabtree Lake. There's a nice big bunch of ice over there, melting into this water.
We're scouting this thing the day before without packs on, so it's more manageable.
I believe that this is the notch. Just start cutting up.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. It's pretty steep. It's hard to show how steep this is really. And there's videos from the tent.
Can you see our tent in there?
Yeah, it's tiny. Let's see, where's my finger? Yeah, the tent is right there at the top of my finger. And we're just at the bottom of that first notch. Hardly up this thing.
And there's signs of people here, so.
This is incredibly steep. This morning, unfortunately, well, we have to climb this thing now. It's hard to tell the scale of this, even for me, but it's huge. The top of that, just beyond that area, is 1,400 feet higher than where we are now.
Well, you can't even see the top, because once you get over that ridge, there's a whole other flat spot. It just keeps going.
Yeah, and so this is a 1,400 foot climb, and then that puts us within, what, 1,000 feet of Mount Whitney, elevation-wise.
Oh, yeah, elevation-wise.
About 2 miles away. So we explored last night without the packs on, and we saw a way it looks like we could get up through here somehow. Kind of go sideways. But some of these sections, particularly in there, look real exposed to me. But Mitch thinks it'll be no problem, so.
Going up to Discovery Pinnacle from Upper Crabtree Lake. Crabtree Pass just came down over there, so got 1,400 feet of elevation to gain to go. Max is currently scrambling up this hillside. How is it, Max? Says it's good. He likes it. We're probably like, I don't know, a third of the way, maybe a quarter. It is steep and loose. It's always like, everything just wants to slide. fucking steep.
There's Mitch. Man, I'm pointing the camera like over 45 degrees up right now.
Once again, we got Upper Crabtree Lake, Crabtree Pass. We got Max climbing up. We are about 1/3 of the way up, maybe just over 1/3 right now. We got a cliff right there, so pretty steep stuff. This is a little bit of an easier section where it's not quite as steep, more just cutting across the mountain instead of going up the mountain, which is nice. You can see Mount Langley clearly now in the back. We were up there, let's see, 2 days ago. Still pretty steep and a lot of scrambling. There's a Discovery Pinnacle right there. We're gonna go up into the right of it, and we're gonna drop down about, I think around 100 feet onto the Whitney Portal Trail.
This is more like a loose pile of sand and large exposed rocks than a solid mountain. It was a pretty nuts climb.
The ridge, we got Mount Langley over there. Came up to that valley you can't see, it's the Army Pass. And now we got Discovery Pinnacle over here. And now we're just coming over. So you got Mount Muir right there. You got Whitney, probably that one I think. And you can see the hikers coming up to Mount Whitney down below.
Muir, again, that's Langley. This is the switchback trails coming up from Whitney Portal. That's Sequoia. See Guitar Lake. And then here's Mitch trying to climb to the top of Mount Muir, which is absolutely fucking insane. There's quite a bit of exposure. It's good handholds, but very exposed, as you can see. So we're gonna try to make it up there. It's another 14,000 foot mountain. What do you think, Mitch?
14er.
There's the Whitney Trail. You might be able to see those people down there. Where'd they go?
So we're at basically the top of Whitney right now. We're at 14,000 something feet. Coming off of Mount Muir right now. And I'm aiming this camera basically, not straight up, but 90%. Yeah, you get some good hand grips. So see that crack to your right with your feet. So just step around that ridge. Yeah, right foot around the ridge. Yeah, yep, down. Right about there. There you go, that's solid. And I got a good ledge with your left foot, if you can reach it. All right, here we go.
All right, on top of Whitney. Say hi, Mitch. Got the plaque.
Ooh, I hear him. I hear him.
Pretty crazy views.
There's some climbers coming up too.
And there's climbers coming up this cliff basically right here on the other side of Mitch.
Made it. There's Langley in the background. We cut over right there this morning, came over, and there's some switchbacks right there. We came up. We attempted to do Mount Muir right there. We got about 15 feet from the top and decided too risky, so we bailed. And now we're gonna follow this rock climber who just came up over this edge down the easier Mountaineers route over there. Tomorrow we're hitting Mount Russell, we hope, which is one of those. And now we're trying to get down to just past that lake for our camp tonight. Not sure if we're gonna make it to Russell. Sounds like it's going to be pretty challenging, and challenging here is definitely challenging.
This is the Whitney Mountaineers route. Again, ridiculously steep. Hard to get on the camera. I'm gonna go ahead and say
Ridiculously steep.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this is the most dangerous part yet, more so than the Discovery Pinnacle. At least it feels that way. It generally feels like a terrible idea, but these
we go to Whitney Portal instead. So.
These rock climbers with full gear did it, so
without using the gear. Keep in mind, they do not use the gear.
So maybe we can do it too.
We're gonna avoid the ice.
We're gonna try to go down the left side. There's somewhere you cross over and go
see that
between
notch
this
right
little rock area.
That rock, we're going right on the right in front of that. We're going that way.
Oh god. Yeah, this is pretty much at the
pretty hairy
limit of my.
I would agree.
A little bit beyond the limit of my comfort zone.
A little past mine too.
On the fucking stupid ass hill, the Mountaineers route.
Dude, when you aim that way, hold it level.
You have a bird friend. Yeah, that's level. I'm gonna say top 3 scariest things I've ever done, to be honest. And likely...
We bumped out this morning for number 3.
Yeah, likely
number 4.
one of the most dangerous is incredibly fucking steep. And just exposed. And the giant backpacks don't help.
Oh, we got this cool bird friend following us. He's really cool.
Yeah.
Steve.
The bird is very chill.
Steve.
Alright.
Ignore me.
Turn my phone off. Near's route somehow. And now we're in this chute.
Back to safety.
Back to safety, yeah. Of this loose.
A couple miles of safety and then we're good.
Loose, steep stuff that just slides.
Take our moms up here.
Nice shoot of it. Hell of a view though. But again, like always, quite steep. And we finally made it. Got people coming over.
We got Max over here. We just climbed down the Mountaineers route of Whitney. Now we're going off to Upper Boy Scout Lake.
Or Upper Boy Scout Lake. And today we are climbing up there via this sandy hill. Kind of up that way. Somehow get across the top here. Back up to 14,000 feet, which is somewhere around 2,000 or 2,500 feet. Climb again.
And now we are climbing up this crazy hill grade. Past Max. And we're going all the way up there, and we got about, what did we say, 2,000 feet to climb?
It was over 2,000.
2,500 feet today. So we're going up to the, I don't know if it's the Russell Pass, I don't know what the pass is called, but we're going to get up to the top, leave our packs, and hopefully climb up to the top of Russell, which is just behind this. It's another 14,000 footer. Top of Russell, we're going to go to the East Ridge pretty soon. Max climbing up this hill. Dude, he just knocked a rock down. We got 2,000 feet of elevation. Maybe it was 2,500 feet of elevation? Something crazy. How was it?
This is absurd. This is so fucking soft. Alright, we're coming up the trail from Upper Boy Scout Lake, where we camped, which is just right around this ridge corner behind Mitch. And we are going up here.
Max doing the last bit of steep part until we fight the next challenge. Looking for any route, basically. We just climbed up that monstrous thing. And now we're going to climb up to that valley. Our trail goes up and over the backside was really steep, way steeper than what I just showed you. That's Mount Russell. We're going to attempt to go up there. It's supposed to be class 3 with a little bit of 4.
This is the hill we just climbed up from Upper Boy Scout Lake, which is over there. And we started in that valley. It's like, I think, a little over 2 hours to get up this thing. It's very, very challenging. Probably our steepest ascent yet. And then that's Mount Russell, where we're going. And that's Whitney, where we came from. And now the crazy part is we just realized.
So that's our steepest ascent. Here's our steepest descent.
So far, to the right in this crack here, ending in that little pile of gravel, is actually where we came down yesterday. Kind of off the top. The steepest part you can't even see is off the top here. We went down this crack and down onto that pile of gravel, and there's a lake.
We knew it'd be steeper on one side, and man, is it steeper. There, you're supposed to be able to do this pretty easy without ropes, what they say. Watched the video and I told myself the GoPro lens was making it steep, but I'm pretty sure that black shadow right there is literally 100% vertical, maybe 98%. So we're gonna attempt to get up there and get some good views. Apparently it's some of the best views this whole area. And then we'll be off going that direction, out past that lake there, and then over that direction, all downhill the rest of the day after we climb this one. Currently waiting. We're wearing my Dexcom here, helping me out, but currently waiting to come out of low. Currently 41, I don't know if you can see that. 41, but glad I have this Dexcom with me because lets me know I need to stop and eat my Snicker bar before I continue up this mountain.
Alright, this is climbing Mount Russell. I'm fucking done. This is too narrow for my taste. That, as you can see, is straight down. And that, as you can see,
hold on, we still have a half mile to go.
This is very fucking far down. So I'm turning back.
Yep.
It gets narrower. Mitch wants to keep going, but there's really no room for air up here.
All right, getting a video of Mount Russell. So, currently climbing up this really narrow ridge. We got off one side. Pretty good drop, huh? And then we come back, we look off the other side. And it is just vertical, it is nutty. I don't think this helmet's gonna do much up here. But, almost there. Good view of Mount Whitney over there too.
Right in the middle is Mitch. I think it's hard to see on the phone. Fuck easy. Yeah, right there.
It's a lot steeper. A lot more solid footing, but still, it is steep.
All right, we made it down this steep hill. That was real climby. We got down about 10 feet away from the bottom over there, then couldn't find a route and had to go nearly all the way to the top. We came down this way and now we're in this.
Now we found this nice easy route down.
Yeah, which is, I guess it's called a talus field, and all this shit is just loose. Like, you step on it and it just moves. and it's sharp, and I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like it goes way out here.
It took us 1 hour and 35 minutes to get down from the Russell Pass area. Max is still working his way across all this massive jetty rock right here. A lot of rock to climb over. Very steep at the top, and then very, very large boulder hopping at the bottom. Walking for miles across this so we slowly get to the bottom. Mount Russell up there. And we're just kind of following this valley down, trying to find the smoothest, fastest route, because we got a lot of distance to cover. Because the last couple days we've had a lot of elevation. It was a lot slower than we expected, so we're a little bit behind trying to get to Onion Valley to meet up with Andrew, who's going to join me. Max is going to pull off.
From up there, we're going down there. I was optimistic it was going to be smooth sailing, but it turns out we have another steep hill of loose, giant rocks. This one's kind of cool. It has a river running underneath it. I don't know if you can see the water flow there. So it sounds neat. We could literally walk over the top of the river the entire way. Alright, there's the crazy steep river thing there, that little notch with the talus. Luckily, we found a different way down over here where we didn't have to go on that loose rock, because that stuff sucks. And now we're above this lake. I forgot the name of it. As far as we can tell, there's not a single person out here. Only on flat ground, making some speed, getting headway. We're, what, a mile from Wright Lake. We're in Meadows now.
This is my tent, tarp tent, saddle 2. Probably not the best choice for the Sierra High route because you have to stake it all out. If any of the stakes pull up, it will tip over. And the Sierra High route has a lot of rocks. We got Max over here. I think he's currently looking at a map, sitting on a bear canister. And we saw a mosquito, so we're freaking out about the mosquitoes now because we saw a mosquito. There's a couple. They're not bad at all, but we got this gear, so. Max has his sleeping pad ready to go, it looks like. Backpacks, my bear can and backpack. Waiting for my pasta dinner to cook. My little micro stove thing. Got angel hair pasta in there cooking right now. Our Catadin Bee-Free decided to quit on us. So we're doing a slow drip system because if you squeeze it, it's really not that much faster. Max was reading over the maps. Basically tomorrow we're going to be hiking up over that little short pass right there, up and over there. And then right behind this big mountain range, we're going to stay real low. And then coming up and over some pretty big passes over there. I think a couple around 13,000 feet, so that'll be tomorrow. I think we'll see some bears tonight. Looks like we're in bear territory too.
It's about 9:20. We've done 3 or 4 miles today. Came up and over this pass. It was about 1,000-foot climb through a pretty mellow valley. You know, 1,000 feet over 3 miles, and now we're heading to that pass up there, which is Shepherd Pass, I believe. Not a person in sight. Besides Mitch. Just climbed up to Shepherd Pass. Elevation is 12,000 feet, and now we're going down. Pretty glad there's a trail through here. This is dirty, more loose rock. Looks like it goes on this ridge and then probably switchbacks down. That guy. And down there. Alright. If you don't like seeing dead animals, you should probably not watch this video. But this is some of the weirdest shit I've seen hiking ever. Alright. There's a deer carcass. And whatever, that's strange, you know, with the leg bone over there. But the thing is, there's like tons of deer carcasses. There's like at least 15 dead deer just strewn along this path. And it looks fairly recent. It kind of fucking smells. Dude, I'm gonna clear out of this area, man. It's nasty. Like, what the fuck? It's like they fell or got stuck or something. Oh man, this smells super bad. It smells fur. Dude, it smells terrible. Go the other way. Was that like 15, 20 deer? At least? It's like an entire herd of deer. That is the weirdest thing. Oh man, it smells. I gotta bail. There's bones everywhere.
Now we gotta figure out how to get up this massive, massive pass. It's way bigger than this. It goes on for a while behind it. Up to 13,400 feet, I believe. And I think we're like, I don't know where we are, 11? Real low.
Climbing out of Junction Pass. Over to Junction Pass. This route has been just brutal. I'm pretty physically and mentally defeated at this point. Alright, we're climbing up this fucking pass. I don't even remember the name. Junction Pass. And this is just fucking nuts again. Just all this is loose. The rocks, you can't trust a single rock to hold on to. Any rock, even these quite large ones, can just fall because they're balanced here. I think I can make it up this scree field pretty easily, but Mitch is in a tougher spot. We made it up this pass that I can't remember the name of. Definitely the sketchiest ascent. It looked like it was going pretty well for a while, and then it just gets nuts. This is steep, and then it cuts and gets really fucking steep. But we're Junction Pass. We're nearing the top and both alive. Mitch smacked his leg in a cactus, and I had to grab a thorn bush. No movement change. Oh, those guys stopped.
This is Kearsarge Pass. We're yelling at people about a mile away from us.
He said Kearsarge.
Oh yeah, sorry. Forester Pass. They are on Forester. That's the John Muir Trail over there. We are on Junction Pass. Max and I both almost died.
This is the trail from Junction Pass, which was terrifying. Came over that guy. I'm so glad there is a trail down. Even though it doesn't look like much, this is very nice. I don't think I can mentally handle any more ascents or descents at that steep angle, because that is just taking it out of me. So we're gonna go down to this lake here, second one, and then wrap around the bend, and we will meet up with the John Muir Trail, and then it'll be a walk in the park over to Kearsarge, which we will do tomorrow, and that is my exit. There's Mitch dancing with mosquitoes.
Dude, I don't know why we're stopping. You can picture a fucking deer.
Get a deer picture. It's the last pass.
And I've read so many books, so he gets a little
Came from
history lesson.
down there.
But he's down there.
There's a lot of people up here.
He's scheduled to go to Just came down Glen Pass. We are debating, Andrew and I, first Andrew video, debating on going up Mount Cotter right there. Or continuing on, it's out and back to the top. Or we go down past those lakes and drop into, I think we drop into the valley. I think we actually go up to the right of that mountain over there. Oh, okay. And pass, somewhere way up that way. We came over behind this ridge, dropped down that section there up to, there's Lake Arrowhead in the far background, Dollar Lake. Came down here. We're trying to get to the Baxter Pass, which says there's a trail that's not maintained. We found this giant rock slide. We climbed up it, and it looks like we found the trail. And it's a non-maintained trail that's going to go up to that ridge right there, up to the right inside of there, and we're avoiding the giant hole. And at Baxter Lake, somewhere behind those trees. Going up there tomorrow, up through that valley, up onto a ridge, really far away. It is going to be an impressive day tomorrow.
Guys, this was so far away.
We're either going to go up right there on that loose scree, or we're going to come over and go up this river. It looks like a little bit more possible climbing near the top right here. Once on top here, there's a lake right over this first ridge. And then we got to go up this one, back in focus. We got to climb up that to the top of that ridge and walk up the ridge to here and then down the ridge the rest of the way. And then there's going to be a lot more ahead of us. So already exhausted, climbing up this hill to Baxter Pass. There's Andrew behind me. There's the lake. Our camp's over that way. We probably have like 300 feet to go out of the 1800, I imagine. Our campsite was right there. Baxter Pass, Baxter Lake, and Baxter Mountain is just over that hill, which we're going to climb up and then down the ridge out to it. We got a pretty good view. There's the actual top of Baxter, which is where we're going next. Acorn sheep at our top, so we're still climbing up there, but there's like probably 20. Most of them already went down the backside. Climbing up to them next.
One straggler's like, hey.
There's a lot of them. There must be like 20 or so. Yeah. Top of Baxter. We're down that ridge, and then we drop in down to those lakes over there. And that one is Mount Cedric, right? Which we're going to come up over that pass. So we're going to climb down those lakes, up over that, and then we go on the JMT for a little while. Bighorn sheep just walked by us. They went that way. Not quite sure where they are now, but probably out there somewhere. Down. Andrew and I, top of Mount Baxter, figuring out our route down. And what we've read is you go down the ridge.
Routes in quotes.
Yeah. You hear the rock falls over there?
Oh yeah.
It's probably the bighorn sheep causing them. You probably can't hear it through this, but we can hear a big rock fall going on right now over there. So we're going to climb down this ridge, out to the end, and then drop. And we're kind of debating where we want to drop in, and it's looking like right on the ridge is the place. So, there we go.
It's fine, he said.
It's fine!
It'll be easy, he said.
Nice rock edges. This is bad.
Polygon field of
13,000 feet.
doom.
We've made it that far. The top is just over that edge. We are now going to decide to cut across onto this stuff and come back and then back to the ridge to get around this deep section here.
I don't know, man. Look, if we were going up and over right there, there's a pretty easy path with no snow. From here. Episode of I'd rather be skiing it.
I feel like loose shit doesn't scare me as much as it should.
Mitch comes down the loose shit.
We came up on the backside to that point, Baxter Peak. Came down that ridge into that black channel right there. We climbed down that. We then came down here to the lake. Now we are going up and over Mount Cedric Pass, I believe. I don't know, it's Mount Cedric. Cedric. And then we got to go over that. And there's a pond. We got water. So, I'm gonna go up and over that easy spot over there, down to our camp. See, he falls in the water.
Woo! Shredding the gnar. Oh, what grace.
Andrew and I are back on the JMT for the full day. One of those sections where there must not be a better high route. As we are walking on this for who knows how long, we just came over Pinnacle Pass and headed towards Mather Pass. We're on the trail today, going through like 500 switchbacks right here. You can see them all. You can't. People down there walking. Thunderstorms in distance. They probably have like 6 miles to go. Maybe 8. Walking down Mammoth Pass. No, Mammoth Pass? What do we do?
The hard one.
Mather Pass, not Mammoth Pass. And Andrew just noticed that we think that that is Mount Sill in the background, which we'll be hopefully climbing tomorrow. Which we will see about. Depending on Andrew's mood.
We'll see about it.
There's Lower Palisades Lakes. Mather Pass, Lower Palisades Lakes, climbing up here. It's Andrew, what are you doing here still? We will be climbing up and over this to eventually Mount Sill. And it's like 5 o'clock and there's thunderstorms. It sucks. From Palisade Lakes. Alright, we made it from Palisade Lakes. We are at the top of the first ridge at this little baby lake. We saw this pass that we got to get up and over, and we decided to quit and eat dinner before we make it up and over.
Because we're quitters.
Because we're quitters and hungry. What are you eating for dinner? Straight from Chipotle. I am eating top ramen. I'm splurging tonight. Usually I put this on my last day due to lack of nutrition. But I am feeling like I need top ramen, so eating top ramen and then climbing up and over that. 350 feet up, roughly, and then down, and then that's our campsite. Andrew, we get the view in it. Climbing up there. From down there. Made it to the top. There's Mather Pass in the background, and we came down. There's Upper Palisade Lakes is in there, Lower Palisade Lakes. Came down here, climbed up. We ate dinner right at that lake, climbed up further, and now we're up this side.
No running!
Tomorrow, we're gonna go down to that lake, and we're gonna go up to the back, that snow right there, and then up to that ridge and climb on that, hopefully. If we get there, we are on another 14,000 foot mountain, which is Mount Sill. There's a cool view of the valley. And the coolest part is we're camping right here.
It's Andrew, I'm the coolest part.
It's Andrew, that's what's the coolest part. Camping at 12,240 feet, I think it was.
Yeah, sure.
we're higher than Mather Pass, which is,
We're higher than Mammoth Mountain, too.
and Mammoth Mountain by quite a bit.
I'm all cheeked up. Hey.
Andrew and I are currently on our way to attempt to summit Mount Sill, which is going to be up at the end of this talus field and around that corner. Big climb, big valley, big climb, and then out on the ridge or something like that. We've been hopping 1 foot to 15 foot talus for the last 20 or so minutes. We dropped our pack weight. And packs in his case, I gotta carry food just because diabetic. But taking another video at the top. Should have remembered my sunglasses today because it's really bright walking up the snow. We lightened our loads and now we're climbing up to Mount Sill. See Andrew in the background there. There's a bit of talus in the background over there that we're gonna climb up. We got quite a ways. We got a whole day to do this, but 14,100 something feet, I think. So now we trek across snow. All right, we made it past the snow. Now we are working our way up some very loose talus. Look, we have a helmet. Up. We went across snow. And now we are going up. Not sure if this is the right route, but
It's a route.
it is a route. we think it's probably the easiest way. There is a guy on top, but we can't hear him to figure out which way to go. So, we'll see if this is it. We are almost up to the ridge. We are probably around 14,000 feet now. I imagine we got about 150 to go, but I'm not sure. So right there, let it focus now, that's Baxter. Right to the left, that's Snow Peak. Came down those valleys, up and over, up and over, up and over. That was 2 days ago. Now we got, that's Mather right there, I think that's Mather Pass. Keep zooming out.
Here comes Mitch. We are fairly close to the top, I think, now. Just borderline scramble to straight up climb. I think that's the top. I'm not sure. Hopefully that doesn't come down on us. What do you think, Mitch?
We're to the top. We're near the top. See over here. Step over real fast. Giant snowfield on that side. Razor sharp ridge again, as usual. We are figuring our way to climb up there. Not quite sure the best route, but that's where we're going. Fighter jet's coming. That'd be cool if we see him from here. Like looking level at him. Keep an eye out for him. Yeah, no fighter jets in sight, so. Gotta find a fighter jet. Cool on video. Oh, I see it. It's lower than us. It's below the peaks over there.
No shit?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it's lower than us.
It's under the valley. It's gonna come out on the right side of the big peak over there.
Lunchtime.
Just made it to the top. That's Palisade just over there. It's 100 feet higher than us.
That's where we're going next.
Damn it. Yeah, we're going there next. Dude, look at that crack you'd have to jump.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
we couldn't see that one from down there. They say this is the best view of the entire Sierra. And I believe it. It is just miles of mountains of what you can see. And this is like all stuff we've gone over already. And there's my next 220 miles or so.
We're at the top. That's Mitch. That is unfortunately like 100 feet above us. Being a little bastard. That's kind of down there where we came up from. Way back there was where we were yesterday. Then we walked. And then through this valley and up. And now I'll shut up and just do a 360. Because this is ridiculous. That's Big Pine. That's something. That's a long way down. This is back to Mitch. Whoop whoop. There was a guy on that peak right there.
Having a conversation with us.
And we were talking with him, and we have no idea how he got there.
Yeah, it's that big overhanging rock that we were looking up at. You're right under the big overhang right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's freaky rock.
Yep. This is where I saw the jet. Just trying to figure out how to get off a 14,000 foot mountain.
Climbing, we have to get over this thing. And I don't know how we're gonna do that. Could go right there, maybe, and that's a ledge. But where'd it go? This looks good. Where's my hand? And then down. We'll see.
Andrew's last day in a waterfall. What lakes are these? No, they're not Palisade.
Oh,
Barrett Lakes. Probably killing the names, but Thunderbolt Peak, North Palisades Peak, and Pomeranian Monkey. Polemonium Monkey. Scared Polemonium.
Yeah, for sure.
Big Palisades area. This is Palisades Basin. We're currently trying to get up and over Thunderbolt Pass. And we don't know if we need to be either here or if we need to be over there. If we're on one side or the other, we'll know in a second when we look over the edge. Thunderbolt Pass. Looks like an easy way down. So, DZ Basin on that side. Bishop Pass, I think it's up that valley if I remember correctly. I've never seen it from this view before, but Bartlett Lakes. The red tent down there. We saw the climbers. I don't think so. They've got to be close. We saw the two climbers, most likely with that tent, and they were coming out this ridge right here. They're up in this crack. And a fairly easy looking area. Climbing one of these giant things. So these are over 14,000 here. Alright, and onward to Bishop Pass for a resupply. Miles of this. What to do during a rainstorm. Repair 11-day-old shoes. Available. Alright, coming over Bishop Pass. Max, because Max saw it the first time. We got another 20 or so deer. These ones a little fresher though. These ones still got meat on them. Andrew enjoying it this time.
Oh, yeah.
You hear that? It's the sound of one set of footprints. I'm coming back over Bishop Pass. Andrew just bailed on me. Just kidding. No, he's planning on bailing that day. So I'm solo the rest of the trip. Except one day, Miss Hillary Dufour may join me in Mammoth for a one-night section between Duck Lake and Reds Meadow. But we'll see how going solo goes. It was much easier going over the pass the other direction because it's all downhill. I'm going downhill now, but a lot shorter distance. I also have 9 days of food on me, so that weighs quite a bit, probably about 60% of my pack weight. So one more view of this and more quietness for me. Pulled off of the John Muir Trail probably about half a mile ago. Now cutting across Darwin Bench, which is behind me up there somewhere. Need to go probably another mile and then I need to go uphill. So a little bit blind with all these trees. I can't quite see the mountains. So kind of guessing on this one. I've read that this could be the hardest pass on the Sierra High Route. Not this side, it's the other side. They say the other side is extremely steep and loose. And there could be a lot of ice and snow in it right now, so we'll see how that goes. But before I go and attempt that, grab some water out of this lake. Slosh, slosh, slosh. All right, made it to the top of Snowton Pass. I'm looking down the other side and it is pretty steep, but very, very happy that there's no snow in the chute. I was worried there's gonna be snow, so. I'm standing on the wrong spot right now. This is just a straight cliff. You see the use area down there? Looks a little bit less steep. And looks like once you got to the bottom, there's some footprints going across, some sliding down the snow there. Alpine coals over in the distance somewhere. It might be that one. Not positive. I was there last year. So here goes nothing. My Dexcom died literally going down Snowton Pass. No abuse to it, but I'm like, oh crap. Okay, made it to the bottom of Snowton Pass. You want to see how you break your phone screen? This is how you break your phone screen. This isn't flying, this is falling with style. Sorry, Snowton. Snowton Pass, which I just came down, crossing a whole bunch of talus. The lower lakes, and fields of this. Oh, look, a trail. Sweet. Just kidding. Couple miles of grassland. So glad it's not talus. Alright, I came over Snowton Pass. One of those this morning. Came down, around, and up past these lakes and stuff to here. I'm now at Puppet Pass. I'm going to climb down this to Puppet Lake. Come down that direction, around that side, drop into a very steep canyon, head down the canyon, and I think you can see right there is Marion Lake on the other side. I think I'm going up there, but I'm not positive yet. And after that, I'm just going to keep going through those mountains. I miss you, Alpine. Ugh. It's a small use trail, I guess. I'm supposed to get towards that waterfall. At least I can hear it once in a while. I don't remember what lake this is, but it's cool. Alright, so last night I stayed roughly there at Merriam Lake, and I've walked up here. I'm right about the entrance to this lake right now. I have Feather Pass coming up. So, Merriam Lake is down in that corner there. Walked up. And that is Feather Pass, I believe. And I got this obstacle here, so I'm probably going to go up high. Come up onto the top of that ridge. And come along there and then up there to avoid that cliffy looking stuff. Doesn't look that great, but better than nothing. And right now I'm getting some last minute water before I start that. Top of Feather Pass. Camping at that lake in the corner there. And now I'm off to the other side, including Lake Italy and a whole bunch of the Bear Lake. Getting lunch at one of the Bear Lakes. There's so many lakes here. It's a complete maze. elevation and lakes. These little small ones, little trails all over the place. It's kind of easy and hard to navigate because you have to check the map just constantly because all these ridges are pretty hard to see on a 40-foot maps. I'm gonna drop down this canyon over here, and Lake Italy will be right around the corner after that. I love long walks on the beach. So this giant lake, which you definitely cannot see all of because it's massive, is Lake Italy. And Lake Italy is cool because my very, very first off-trail trip, which is like 4 or 5 years ago, just about to start up Diabetic Pass. It was just a massive, massive rock slide. There must have been some like 10-foot tall boulders rolling off this thing. Had to start my phone, but it was going forever, so I figured I might catch it, but I didn't. Nobody started that one. All I need is palm trees and a slack line. Jesus Christ. Alright, so I got a big river and I finally found a down tree. Looks like there's a slight use path here because some of these branches are broken, as you can see. This is a great place to drop my phone too, so. Just came down this valley this morning, crossed Monarch Creek, which is running down this valley, going that direction. I am now climbing about 2,400 feet past Laurel Lakes and Shout of Relief, I think that's what it's called, pass. Now it's time to climb. And it's going to be Bighorn Pass. Top of Bighorn Pass. There is Bighorn Pass off in the distance, so it's supposed to go down and up, but it looked really easy to cross, and it was, so I just came straight across here. I am now standing on the Silver Divide, which is also Shout of Relief Pass, as opposed to Sigh of Relief. Gonna be going down to these lakes, staying left, I think. I'm not positive yet. Once I get closer, I'll identify some lakes and figure out where I am. You see off in the distance, that's Mammoth, which is currently on fire. It's got smoke. Has not been a problem, and I hear it's not that bad. Definitely doesn't look great, but we'll see. There's Mammoth, and it looks like it's on fire. I'm not sure which way I'm going. I know I'm going that way. And then Cascade Valley. Today I'm going to be going into Mammoth. The hiking up the Purple Lake. It's kind of off the trail, but I wanted to avoid the JMT, and I've been on it 3 times already, so it's gonna be new for me. Always amazes me how blue Duck Lake is. I'm now going up from the JMT, still in the Sierra High Route. Sierra High Route goes up to the top of this and turns off, but once I get to this pass, I'm gonna turn off the Sierra High Road and head into Mammoth for a couple days. I just came down from Iceberg Lake, which is like right here. Now I'm shooting across, and these 2 mountains, you got Reeder and Banner. Here's Shadow Creek, Ibiza Lake's here, and then Shadow Lake's gonna be just below it. So my current goal is to cut up and over this, around the back, and then come up to the top to look down on Thousand Island over there. Pretty cool waterfall there. You don't see a lot of them, not like that. And Banner and Ritter in the background. Alright, as you can see, the wind has picked up a little bit. It's nothing horrible, but it's good. About 20 miles an hour on the gusts. No, probably 30 on the gusts. There you go, now it's calming down. So he's that far peak over there. It's kind of about a mile below it passed this morning, last night. Came up and over. You can see, I think it's Sill Lake is what it's called. Cut down that ridge right there, down, up and over, up. Came over that one, and now I came up this pass. And now on the other side, we got Garnet Lake. So the John Muir Trail is right over in those woods over there, that little grassy, flat looking area. And one more over, it's Thousand Island Lakes. I'm on the opposite side of where most people would normally know it from, because the JMT goes over that ridge right there. Here's Thousand Island Lakes from the other side. This is from the west side. Looks a little bit different. Usually this is in the background, but... Alright, back on the talus again. And now I'm headed towards that glacier. And this is the perfect way for me to drop my phone, but... I'm gonna go a couple miles on this stuff, so... It's basically, how do you keep your feet as level as possible? You don't want to do any ups and downs, because ups and downs it's a lot more energy than just walking over the tips of all of them. So I guess I'm around about 11,000 feet currently. Probably 11,500 actually, because I think the top's 12,900, just under 13,000. Slipping out here solo. No one's gonna find me for quite a while, so helmet in for that, because I slip off of it. Who knows? This stuff's not too bad. It's really soft because it's been in the sun all day, and not too steep. It's kind of steep, but it's tons of steps in it, which is awesome because I don't even need to use my trekking poles. Normally I have my trekking poles out and take careful steps with poles, but this stuff's pretty mellow. Alright, so there's Banner Peak. I came around the back of this valley thing here, this mountain. Across a whole bunch of talus. Big toxic peak. Over this thing, across a little river. I'm here, and I got greeted by this crazy view. So, somewhere out there is Yosemite National Park. I think it's probably the far mountain. Maybe even one closer. But I think I'm dropping all the way down right now. There's a lot of rocks, so it's about 5:45, 6 o'clock. Maybe later. Hopefully I can find a campsite on grass or dirt. How do I get down? Somebody put a stupid waterfall here. Now I'm stuck on a cliff somewhere. I think I need to go back up that way. Or maybe over that hill. This is not gonna work. Just got out of my tent, got packed up. I was sleeping up by those trees. Came down to the trail and whoa, I got another giant hole. So I don't think this one's gonna go through, but I'm gonna look over the edge, it looks like. Oh wait, it might. This actually might be the trail. I think this is the trail. There's a little gap and there's a... You know, we go down that way and cut across and then probably down over there. Okay, this section is absolutely nuts. So I think I am right in that gap right there, right? Where that river's coming down. Like that's that waterfall. And there's a lake over here, almost level with me, because you see that dark line right there is the same as my dark line where I am. It's probably, yeah, it's about level. And it's like, there's a lake over there somewhere. So, and it's kind of parallel to the ridge that I'm following, this giant cliff. So I think this is my route. I'm just being a little cautious because this does not, I see zero signs of use as well, which makes it absolutely terrifying. Usually you get like some stepped on plants, footprints, and once I get across here, go across behind the mountain, it says ford the lake, not the outlet. So I'm guessing there's a steep waterfall, so you actually have to go through the lake and not cross the river. I'm thinking I'm gonna go up onto that ridge and around the back there. So we'll see if I'm right. Maybe this will be my last video ever because I got some nice wet rock I had to climb across. You can see the water just flowing off this waterfall right here. It's the third snake I've seen today. Went 30 days or 28 days or whatever many days I've seen a snake, and I see 3 in one day. So I've only been going since that waterfall. I camped right above it, so it's like, must be in snake territory. So camped up at those trees, and then somehow I climbed down that thing, at least to the top, that green portion of the top. And my massive finger in here somewhere, there we go. And down, somehow came over and down and over and stuff. Traversed across, up that canyon a bit. And then came between that one high point right there and that. Now at another lake. And around the back of this mountain, and then like up that way somewhere. There's a helicopter doing active drops. I haven't been able to get on camera yet. I've seen it 5 or 6 times. I just saw him return. There he is. See the water right there? Hopefully. You see the fire out there, all the smoke taking out all those cool mountain shots, but see the fire. There's banner over there still haunting me. I wasn't able to climb it. I came over there, slept around here last night, came down a waterfall, did a whole bunch of stuff, came up this, worked my way up this ridge right here, and now I'm on my way to Blue Lake Pass. I think it's Blue Lake Pass. It's kind of weird they put lake in the name. And the top of that is the boundary of Yosemite. So came from this direction, climbed up and over, and now I'm gonna climb down that way. I am on the boundary of Yosemite National Park. And Yosemite National Park looks a lot easier right now. Just made it to the top of Volgasane. I came down that valley and up this valley and then up a big hill over here. Volgasane High Sierra Camp is going to be about another mile, maybe half mile. Wanted to hit this part of the Sierra High Route, just to say I've done it all. Headed down towards the valley. I'm not going to go all the way to the valley tonight, but I mean, I have a helmet. I'm at the Merced Lake Ranger Station. This is the lowest I have been yet, my entire trip. It's pretty cool, but glad I'm not route finding. My plan is to go and get a permit for the Southbound John Muir Trail, and I'm going to attempt to speed run the thing in 6 days. I don't know if I can do that or not. It's going to be incredibly tough. I've never done anything like it. This has got to be one of the most beautiful places to wash your feet. Check out these cool flowers. Giant. And blocking the trail. Used to be one of my favorite areas. And you see a forest fire came through here. I think it was a couple years ago. I've seen it once already since here. It brings back tons of memories. Even with the forest fire, I have good memories. Out here with Justin, Hillary, Kesley, and Ed. We had a 5 or 6 day camping trip with everybody. Lots of fun. But still, I remember when this was woods. It was a really cool place. It'll grow back, but it's gonna take a few more years, that's for sure. Done, done. Done, done. Done, done. Dun 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 dun. Alright, I'm up and over the first mound of Half Dome. Now it's time for the cables. Bit of a crowd, but I mean, really not bad. It looks like a line on the cable, so I don't see one person. So I will go up and pass them on the left or the right, I guess. These mountains here look so mellow. Just rolling hills everywhere. Climbing up the Half Dome cables. Vernal Falls, almost to the valley. Most people I've seen in a month. Biggest waterfall in a month?
Yeah, right. We have to like that up the back. And I mean, just imagine how much further we can actually.
And I've already given out 6 liters of water to people that didn't bring enough water up the hill. Just funny, filtering it for them. Maybe I'll get a ride from them later or something. Tuolumne Meadows. One of the cool bridges here near the Tuolumne High CR camp. And now I'm off to the Gaylor Lakes in the final probably 3 days of this year high route. All places I've never been, so I don't know what to expect. Cities I've never been to also. Alright, getting ready for a cold night. I am above Tuolumne Meadows, probably like 4 miles up or so, at a lake. Not a lot of camping here. Looks like there should be, but couldn't really find much. So, I'll be going up that trail over there tomorrow to some sort of mine at the top. So last night, Tuolumne Meadows was the coldest place in the US, I guess, for a city, because I know the mountain peaks are colder, but it's 28 degrees last night in Tuolumne Meadows, and it is freezing right now. So, going to sleep with my insulin tonight, and my water filter. Cooking dinner right now, making a pea soup. Kind of waiting for it to cook. It basically cooks instantly. You just add water and it's basically done. Another person gave me a full unopened bag of jerky. I don't know what's going on with these people. These are like $16, it's like 14 ounces of jerky, but Yes, I will gladly take your jerky. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. I guess that's what I get for filtering water for beginner half-domers. Bring a filter. Hey, so I'm about 7 miles north of Tuolumne Meadows this morning. It is absolutely freezing out here. I'm at a cool old abandoned mine site. You can see there's like buildings and a bunch of little things. There's one with like a big chimney and stuff. I even have an old mine. It's like, oh man, it's kind of cool to see just a old mine shaft just in the middle of nowhere. I kind of sketched me out. I'm like, oh crap, that's a really deep hole. It is freezing though. It's got to be in the 30s right now. The wind's died down, but it was really blowing for a while. I actually had to bust out my windbreaker. The thing that I've used one time this entire trip. Kind of weird seeing a road, but I'll probably be in a car hitchhiking back, coming over that road probably a couple more days. Dam over here too. I am at Mall Lake, and it's full of really, really big tadpoles. They're almost frogs. Most of them have legs and just starting to lose their tails. Scare a few of them. Yeah, there must be like 300 or 400 of them here, just in this one little area though. Mainly on that half. I went from one of that section areas. I made an error. I went a little bit too low to a different lake. I was thinking it was that lake. Came up over to these lakes. Big valley down. Big hill coming back up. Just got up to here. So I'm on top of the hill now. My map says avoid the steep hill down, which is, I guess, that. You see, it's all pretty steep. And I think I need to go up over that ridge and follow it down to that lake, which you can kind of make out right there. I'm thinking I'm going over that direction. So, see how that goes. There's so many people here. Just kidding. So I haven't seen a person in 24 hours, but I am within 3 or 4 miles from a road. All right, I climbed up and over and I found the nice class 2 ramp down. This is 1,000 times easier than climbing down that cliff over there. I'm going down to this lake right here. Somehow zigzagging down this fairly steep stuff, nothing bad. I'm going to be coming up and behind it, and I have to look at the map, probably up there somewhere. Sky Pilot Col is later. I believe it's probably in the top 2 or 3 of the hardest passes, so see how going down that is. Alright, I made it down. I ate lunch about right there on the ridge, climbed up around that little notch, down in the valley, way down, up over this hill, and I ran into like 35 people. There's tents, there's trails. So I finally asked them, like, so where are you guys from? Because like there's not even big cities around here. Basically everybody here is from San Francisco. I think there's a guy right there, there's a group in the background, there's a group over there, there's tents up on the hill. Everyone's from San Francisco, and apparently I'm not in Yosemite anymore because there's no permits required. So he says everybody comes here. It's a holiday weekend too, which I learned. And everybody's coming out for a holiday. There's no permits, so tons of people. I found Sky Pilot Col. So I thought I was going up over this hill. I looked closer at the map. I'm actually going up into this volcano looking thing and then climbing up the very, very back left side over here and dropping down into the biggest glacier I've seen yet on my map. So I'm really hoping, it's probably gonna be super steep. I don't have any sort of ice equipment, but should be able to do it without trekking poles, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. Onto the ice. Alright, Sky Pilot Col. I am at that red dot right there. Working my way up to that top one, and look at that glacier. I'm really hoping that's the easy way down. So Sky Pilot Col looks like. So I'm in that little hole. I'm in that little valley looking pocket thing right there. So it's showing, it's not the ridge line. So it's somewhere back there. I'm thinking it's to the left of that spike, probably that low dip. Probably doesn't matter, probably anywhere on there is gonna be crazy on the way out. Climbed up a lot of loose stuff. So I was way over in the very far one, went down and up, and then it was actually further back this morning. And then ate lunch right there, came up, down that, came up and over this. Met some girls at a secret lake, like right here. And they were trying to entice me to stay with a slack line, which they didn't have. I know they didn't have a slack line. Only reason I left. Otherwise, yes, I would have definitely stayed for a slack line. And now, push up before dark. I think it's like 3:30, 4 o'clock right now, so gotta get up and over and go about another mile until it's a little bit more safe. Yep, Sky Pilot Col, definitely one of the crazier ones. Really hard to show just how steep this loose gravel is. That big rock down there, I was sitting next to me just a second ago, I pushed it and I was kidding. So, that was the easy side. Now I gotta get on this into somehow get into this. This is phone level right now. I'm aiming straight out. I'm gonna roll a rock down on the side just to, there's nobody down there. It'll be kinda cool. It is crazy though. I'm gonna demo how steep this hill is because it's really hard to tell with a phone. Got my buddy rock here. Let me pick it up. I'm really weak. Sorry. All my muscles into my legs. Holy crap. It's way too round. Probably weighs 10 pounds. Can't lift it. All the muscles are gone. Somebody's looking up here. I'll try to echo around. There's like 40 to 100 people in this valley because there's no permits needed. So, yeah, roll to the bottom. No problem. Made it down the top part of Sky Pilot Col. I went right along that big rock stuff, so I was able to climb down it a little bit better. It was loose, which I love loose stuff, but this was almost like a loose stuff on top of concrete. It was just like super slick. That was where I was just standing up there at Sky Pilot Col, climbed over that little thing there, dropped down, it's rock, on top of rock. And it looks like once I get to that lake, it's grass. I might be able to get over to that river over that way. All right, like 2 hours later, I'm on grass, which is nice, but it's also really thick brush in a lot of cases. This is the most clear area yet, which is nice. That one right there is Gray Butte. My map says go towards it, cross the trail, do not follow the trail, go up and around the back somewhere. Don't sleep on the vegetation. Well, my blood sugar is low. On a steep hill. It's only going to get steeper. And there's just grass for the last mile. So, if a ranger can find me, he gets promoted. I also don't think I'm doing any harm to this vegetation. It grows freely. So, I camped probably about right there in one of those little clearings. I think that's the very, very top of Sky Pilot Col, where I was standing up throwing rocks off, being an idiot. Climbed down here. This was the thickest brush ever. I hit a river, exactly the same thing coming up the other side. The trees just ended about right there. I think that is the Cathedral Lakes area, the Cathedral Peak. I think it's Cathedral Peak. I'm now working up to on the back side of this thing. I don't know what it's called, I don't remember. I looked at the map like once, just like go towards this. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so far. So I was looking at my map, and it looks like I'm on the second to the last pass. I am on Scranton Pass, and it looks like it's probably the last tough pass. It was really cool because I think that's like Gray Butte or something like that. So there's Sky Pilot Col, came down, slept, went way down, way up. It was a pain. Soldier Lake's behind this. Climbed up to here, kind of crossed, and on my map it just shows this as a red dot right there. And can't quite see, but there's what appears to be a cliff down below. I think it's actually not bad. One thing I've learned out here is everything looks impossible until you get close. And when you get close, it's like, oh, that's not bad. So I ended up coming below this glacier, cutting across, and then doing some real fun bouldering in some places. Didn't have to, but it was all just mellow, easy, safe stuff. Getting my lunch out. Definitely getting burnt out. I wouldn't say I'm burnt out like burnt out on hiking, but I am running out of energy. And I noticed when my blood sugar, get off my shoe ant, we'll get to that later. When my blood sugar is high, I am depleted. I think that's Mount Virginia. And I've already got the name, I'll pass them on. I've definitely upped my calories, so that's half a salami and half a bag of dates right there. I used to do a third of a salami, third of a bag of dates, and it was like 900 calories. I'm now doing half a salami, half dates. I don't know what that math equals that to. 1800, no, more than that, 2700 divided by 2. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of calories. Plus Pro Bar meal, which some guy gave me. Yeah, so it's my last pass. Thinking about doing the JMT, I just don't know if I'm going to have enough energy. I'm going to want to do it in 6 days, but my shoes are also destroyed. And there's no place I can really buy shoes here. You can see my socks right there. These are my 28 days now? 29 days? 29 day old shoes. So, we'll see. I'll decide it. Tuolumne Meadows. There was a well-used trail coming into this one, so this one's fun. Look the other way. Finally found a spot where I can let go. Probably about 60 degrees. Just class 3, it's probably a couple hundred feet long, so makes it fun with a 28-pound backpack. Stanton Pass, definitely one of the harder passes. Real steep talus, and then you gotta climb across any one of these like 4 or 5 different routes up. A couple hundred feet long once you get to the class 3 stuff at the top, but really fun. Last pass of the Sierra High Route, and it's an easy one. Walked right up. I haven't looked at the other side yet, but we'll see when I get there. This is Horse Creek Pass. After this, probably 3 or 4 miles, rough guess, just down to Twin Lakes. Might even be able to see it from here. Nope, around the mountains. So, just gotta cut through all this stuff and I'm at the road. Oh, and there it is. Not the first Twin Lakes, the second, or the third Twin Lakes with Andrew. But the Twin Lakes Marina. Right now it's 5 o'clock though, and I'm gonna try to get to Tuolumne Meadows. I want to do the John Muir Trail in 6 days. My shoes are failing. I don't have a watch. I don't have a battery. Those are the 3 things I need. It's Sunday, small towns, 5 o'clock. Everything's probably closed, so we'll see what happens. But for now, ride to Tuolumne Meadows. It's morning out here. I am at the Twin Lakes campground, as you can see. This is ended at Twin Lakes yesterday. Completed the Sierra High Route and South Sierra High Route, roughly 330 miles, and came out at Twin Lakes, and I ended up meeting a couple guys while I was trying to hitchhike to Tuolumne Meadows. First guys I talked to, been within 10 minutes of getting there. And answered my questions, they drove off, and seen them a little bit later, about a quarter mile down the road, backing up in reverse. Hey, we got a campground, you want to stay tonight? So they ended up pouring me drinks. They wrote my name, 330 miles, what they're calling me now. So got to camp, they cooked me dinner, stuff like that. Steve and Charlie, you guys were awesome. Oh yeah, we went fly fishing too, so went fly fishing, caught a natural rainbow trout. Pretty cool, so thanks guys for all the hospitality. Currently at Tuolumne Meadows, eating some cold soup in a hailstorm. Everybody else is taking shelter. Hanging out with some backpackers under the trees.
There's 20 more of us leaving. You need to leave. Hey, have a good day. It looks like nobody there right there.
This is pretty fun, actually.
Okay.
Alright, cannot see that well. I'm being very quiet because there's a lot of campers here. I am at Tuolumne Meadows. It is Wednesday, September 5th. I'm starting the JMT Southbound. Going to try to get to Reds Meadow tonight within 12 hours. 38.5 miles away. So we'll see if it's possible. After that, I'll be on Mount Whitney, hopefully in less than 6 days. So starting middle of the night. Not middle of the night, it's 5 a.m. right now, 5:08 a.m. So we'll see how this goes. This is Wanda Lake, I believe. And I'm currently wearing my sweatshirt as a scarf because I stopped for dinner and the sun is about to set. And I am hiking into the night. And I don't have time to stop and get my sweater out and put it back on. And I'm currently on day 3. And I am at Wanda Lake. I'm almost to Bishop Pass on day 3. First night I was in Tuolumne Meadows. Hiked to Reds Meadow and resupplied. And hiked another 3 or 4 miles past that. I then hiked to 8 miles of Fort Muir Trail Ranch. Loaded up on a ton of free food. Now I'm gonna night hike. I'm gonna go over Muir Pass coming up. And amazingly, I have a ton of energy doing 40-mile days. I'm running most of the flats and downhills where it's safe and longer than 20 feet long because there's just too much energy to start and stop. Looks like I'm gonna just miss the sunset up at the top of Muir. I don't know if we'll be able to spot it, but the hut is right there roughly. And the sun is just setting. Wanda Lake in the far background. And climb up this hill over Muir. And then I got about, I think 7 miles. I gotta recheck I don't have a map, but I have the light on here? What is this thing? Oh, it's chilly probably. Ew. And let's see if I can get to LeConte Ranger Station. It'll be a push. And I'll have a sweatshirt on and a headlight. So, see how it goes. Man, I was so close. Look at that. Sun's still there. So I've been eating about 6,000 calories a day and showed up to Muir Trail Ranch empty-handed. I must have picked up about and ate while I was there. About $250 of food. Got 9 overly priced mountain house dinners, a few lunches, things like that. I ate 10 tuna packs while I was there. I think that's like 160 grams of protein. I hate eating protein while I hike, and I hike all day, so it's a real challenge. I'm carrying about 2 pounds of jerky on me right now. And this is just stuff that people send to the resupply, and they overload, and they drop it off, and they don't want it. Here's the Muir hut, top of Muir Pass. Hello. I don't know if you guys can see, it's pitch black, but fireplace, a window over there. So this is kind of like a shelter. Yeah, pretty cool. Sun's just setting. Beautiful place to be during sunset. Ooh, there's a plaque. See our elevation. This building's 1930 by Sierra Club. Damn, 1930. Everybody say hi to Pete. So this is one of my target areas to camp last night. It is now the morning. Sunrise is just coming up. Haven't seen sun yet though. I ended up going into the dark and going across the granite. As soon as I hit the dirt, one, it got really hard to see because the dirt's black. And second, my flashlight or headlight went into a power saving mode. It was low battery, I guess, and I could not see crap. So I ended up getting myself out, finding a camp and calling it night. Tonight I'm trying to get to just above Ray Lakes. It's going to be like a 42-mile day. My pack's a lot lighter than it was yesterday. I ate a ton last night. And I got to get going, so back to running. All right, I am heading up Forester Pass. Trying to maintain my speed that I've been doing, but a little harder without the trekking poles. So that ridge over there, right below the peak, that's where Max and I were 30 days ago. Trying to maintain my speed because there's a guy named Sky behind me who's the Southbound Pacific Crest Trail through hike leader, I believe. He's either first or second right now. I think he's down there somewhere. But it's good because it pushes me harder. He's a really cool guy. All right, back up Forester. Good view of Whitney. Whitney in the middle. I think that's Mount Russell. I climbed up on the east ridge. And Mount Muir is right there, another 14,000. Still walking. And this place is a desert. I remember not wanting to come over here before, after Forester Pass. Sunset on my way up to Mount Whitney. Guitar Lake, just out of sight. Mount Whitney up here somewhere. I think it's the big one right there. And on my way up to the top. All right, can't see much, but I am at the top of Mount Whitney. It is 9:07 p.m. Sunday the 9th.
It's fine, he said.
It's fine.
It'll be easy, he said.
Rock edges. This is bad.
Polygon field of
13,000 feet.
doom.